Hrithik Roshan and Tiger Shroff are coming out with what promises to be India's biggest action film. It's releasing on Gandhi Jayanti. I wonder what the Mahatma, who was the country's most non-violent man, must think of this film. I also spoke to Tiger about Hrithik, his guru, the man he took inspiration from at the start of his career. This is Mark Manuel in conversation with Bollywood's next big superstar. Tiger, welcome to Peeping Moon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm going to ask you about your movies coming out on Gandhi Jayanti. This is the biggest action film that India has made, I believe. And it's coming out on a day when the father of the nation, who was India's most non-violent man, is being celebrated.
Absolutely.
What might the Mahatma have thought about war?
Well, what would he have thought? Well, in order to have peace, we used to have wars, and they usually used to be for peace. And so, I think Gandhiji's war was different. You know, he solved it in a very non-violent manner, and that's how it should be. But this is, I guess, itna to maaf hai yaar. This is not a real war, but it's sort of a source of entertainment for people to, in their peaceful zone, just come and be entertained with our war. Yeah.
Okay. You've spoken very, very handsomely and very generously about your co-star Hrithik Roshan.
Yeah.
You know, about him being a mentor and also the kind of relationship you had off camera, master-student kind.
Yes.
What were you doing when he made his debut in 2000 with Kaho Na Pyar Hai? You were 10 years old at that time.
Yeah, I was in school, and I was failing my exams.
Were you inspired by him right from then?
I was. And the first time I saw him, I remember, was in that song of his Ek Pal Ka Jeena. And I was like, whoa, I want to learn how to dance like that. I want to do that someday. And I think tab shuru hui thi kahani. Ever since then I've been inspired, and how, for me, I'm fascinated by like larger than life heroes and superheroes, and for me he was the closest thing to that over here in India.
How often did you meet him until 2014 when you made your own debut with Hero Panti?
Oh, not very often. I mean, unfortunately, he's a very busy man, and I guess I was, before Hero Panti, I was in my college, and I was doing my education and schooling. So didn't really have a chance to meet until IFA 2015, when I got the debut award, and he presented me the debut award, and that was a lovely moment for me. I mean, I forgot the award also. I was just looking at my hero, and then we even got a chance to dance together on stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just mentioned superheroes, and you've talked earlier about the action between you all being of the variety of Ethan Hawke versus James Bond, or Batman and Superman. Now, those are superheroes and movies with a lot of gadgetry. Don't you think war is more of the genre of Fast and Furious, Dwayne Johnson versus Vin Diesel?
I think it's a amalgamation of everything, really.
More blood and guts, no, like Johnson versus Vin Diesel.
Sure.
That's what I get from.
Sure. I mean, it's got all kinds of flavors, really. It's got a variety of action sequences from hand-to-hand combat to cars, to bikes, to airplanes, to jumping off airplanes, to fighting on land, on water, on ice. So it's got just about everything. It's a very full packaged film, and so yeah, I don't know if you can sort of categorize it as just a Fast and the Furious or just a Mission Impossible. I think it's just we've taken inspiration from all these great films. Yeah.
There was another very big movie that came out very recently that also had
Hobbs and Shaw.
No, a Hindi movie.
Okay.
Saho, that also had a car chase and a plane chase and a bike chase and all those kind of action scenes that we're talking about. But it didn't really go down very well with audiences. Do you have any fears like that way about war, or you're absolutely confident that we are going out?
I didn't sign up just on the fact that it was an action film. The action is simply merely a decoration.
I understand.
The take back that I want the audiences to take back with them are the characters, is the emotion, is the film, the storyline. I think that sort of overpowers the action. And I think you'll realize that once you see the film.
Now, both the director and your co-star have said that they would not have made this film if you weren't on board.
Yeah.
They both said that.
Right.
And Hrithik especially said that you inspired him to get into shape after Super 30. He also says, he pays you a very, very handsome compliment by saying that at his peak, he would still not be on par with you.
No, I think he's being too kind. And
but what did you do for him that makes him talk about you in these high words?
I don't think I've done anything for him. He's done everything for me, really. He's the reason I do what I do. And so I think he always says that, Tiger, maybe there was a time where I inspired you, but now life's come into a full circle and it's the other way around. I don't believe that, but I like to say that we complement each other very well in terms, when it comes to on screen and off screen. We're always pushing each other, and we're training together. I mean, during our first action schedule, we were training together almost every day, and just all these healthy conversations on fitness, on health, on life, on acting. Other than that, I really admire him for, even after years of success and adulation, he's still as hungry and as insecure as ever, and wants to get better and betters himself every day. So I'm fascinated by that.
After Hrithik, which is the action superstar you would want to work with? It could be Hollywood also.
Action superstar? I love to see Akshay Kumar do action.
I know you're very inspired by him.
Very inspired by him, and he's not just by his craft and not just by his talent, but also by his way of life, and how disciplined he is and how systematic he is with everything. My father always says, you should take example after him, the way he plans out everything, and I think he's aging backwards, yeah. So that's very inspiring.
That's very nice of you to say that.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's not, I'm not trying to be, flattering, but it's the truth.
Now, the song in which Hrithik and you dance together, Jai Jai Shiv Shankar, it's absolutely electric. Given that both of you are outstanding dancers, how easy was this to perform? I mean, did you do it in one shot, or you had many retakes, or what?
Usually we had a lot of long shots, and I think because both of us are capable, in our physicality, we sort of pulled it off, and it looked great, and we complemented each other very nicely. We had a good chemistry. We worked very hard, we rehearsed very hard, and I think the results are there for everyone to see, and I think we're getting a very healthy feedback so far. I'm very happy.
Happy. Okay. You've got 4 major, very, very big action directors from abroad working on this film with you. Normally we ask people what's our opinion about Hollywood. Have these people told you what they think about our film industry and what it was like working with Hrithik and you?
They honestly felt like, they felt it wasn't very different in that, especially on this film, what they said was, we're doing the same stuff we've done in the Mission Impossibles, in the Avengers, and we've got 2 very capable actors who are pulling off these stunts on their own. So I think they are very impressed with Hrithik sir and I, and our, and our passion and drive for doing everything ourselves, and I think that's what really motivated them as well.
Okay. I have one more question for you. You're coming out on a day when there are 2 other major releases. There's Saira, and War also has now been dubbed in the southern languages. Yeah. And there's also Joker, which is a major Hollywood release on the same day. Does that give you any feeling of apprehension that you're going to be clashing with these big movies?
I mean, it does eat into business, I'm sure, and we're going to be eating into each other, but it doesn't really stay on the back of my mind. I think the audience is so large and so vast, and everybody will want to watch their preferred film, and I think there's scope and a chance for everybody to flourish, and especially with the films that are coming out, these 3 films are just so distinct from one another, so there's no comparison really. So I think I think it's a healthy competition, healthy period. Yeah.
Okay. Tiger, thank you so much
Thanks
for
a
your
lot.
time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks. Hi guys, Tiger here, and you're watching me on peepingmoon.com.